What would you say was the greatest gift you're going to take away from this workshop?
For me, I think the greatest gift was that I learned how to love myself.
For me, I get to choose which lens I want to look at everything. So before, I was pretty much looking at everything negatively, and now when I catch myself, I get to change it, and it then changes the whole situation. It changes completely how I feel. So I'm really happy that I'll have that tool when I go out into the world, that I get to choose who I am and that I can be happy no matter where I am, regardless of the circumstances.
The greatest gift for me as well is self-love, and realizing that all the guilt of feeling guilty about stuff that really is nothing and is meaningless, is just put on you, expectations put on you by others, and that you put on yourself. So it's the biggest gift to me is being free of all that, and free to move forward with the choices I want, and realizing what I'm capable of.
I was just going to add that I think one of the greatest gifts for me of like a takeaway is, I mean, there's so many, but I think I just feel like I have such a great toolbox now of all the things that, like, you know, as things arise in relationships or in life or job or decisions that I'm making along the way, I feel like I'm equipped a little bit more to help me along and give me the confidence to make better choices and move forward in the direction that I want to be in.
What would you say was the most challenging thing about the workshop for you personally?
The most challenging for me would be embracing my feminine side.
You're going to have to change the way that you are in your life quite drastically. How do you feel about that new step that you're going to take?
I'm feeling pretty good about it. I feel like Sarah gave me a lot of help, a lot of guidance, showing me how to dress and how to walk more feminine, and I got a lot of things to bring home with me. Feeling confident about it.
I would say the hardest or the most difficult thing throughout the workshop was actually really facing the things that I knew were there, but I just didn't want to be really truly aware of. And recognizing those patterns in me and saying, do I want those in my life forever? And moving forward with that, or is that dragging me down, and is that something that I can really shine a light on and say, I don't want that anymore? And that's freedom, and that's ultimately choice, which is why we're here to learn. And it's difficult, but also difficult things push you into a better direction.
Another part of the workshop is about dealing with the crazy world we live in at the moment. There's between COVID and lockdowns and a lot of polarization and stuff happening in the world. It's become quite intense. So how would you say that the workshop has helped you to understand or navigate the world that you'll be going back out into?
Yeah, I think with the world, everything happening in the world, I think it's way better to be aware of what's going on so that you can manipulate it to your advantage. If you don't know, it can overwhelm you when and you don't even see it coming. So if you're aware of things, you can game it, you can play the game to how you want the outcome to be. So it's a gift for sure.
I think for me it's sort of made me to be more conscious, to be more critical, and not to take like things at face value, and to be more understanding that there's more than one story, and you have to listen to both to really get like a full understanding. Whereas maybe before, if it was on TV, I'd be more accepting that that was the truth and not necessarily the whole story. So, yeah.
So how do you guys feel like you're going to be living your lives differently after the workshop?
I feel like I'm going to be living my life with a lot more self-love and acceptance, and I'll also be able to see why other people act the way they are, instead of judging them, realizing that we're all essentially the same, which is very freeing.
For me, I will be saying no a lot and yes to myself and being my best supporter.
There we go.
Now I'll be putting myself first, loving myself first.
Yeah, and for me, I just think I'm going to always ask my question to myself, is this making me happy? And if it is, then it's the direction I want to go. And if it's not, then forget about it. Fuck it. Yeah, and I think that's, going to be my new mantra. Yeah.
For me, I'm going to go for things I want rather than things that are easy. Because in the past, maybe I've been scared of it and they've been put me off, but now I feel like I deserve it, so I feel I should go after it and claim it. So, yeah.
So in the workshop, we try to bring clarity and to help you guys to have a better understanding of the world and what the words that we use every day mean, and so that we can feel each other more. Do you guys feel more connected, more open? Could you talk a little bit about what that means to you, the kind of family that you've found here?
Well, I think we all feel like we've known each other for a very long time.
Definitely.
We know each other inside out. We don't judge each other.
Yeah.
We don't care about anything.
Yeah.
Like, we're just so comfortable with each other.
For sure.
Yeah.
I feel like I've gained some beautiful sisters and brother and a greater family as well. With
Yeah.
the TierraMiticans.
Friends for life, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel loved with, just feel loved with everything about
Everybody.
me. So feels nice to have all the cards on the table and everybody likes them.
Did you guys have any expectations before you came here? And if you did, how does your experience match up to your expectations?
I thought it was going to be a bunch of hippie fucking commune, and so I was pleasantly surprised of it's a beautiful, beautiful place. The food's amazing. Everybody carries themselves with class and happiness and pride. Yeah, pride. So I had very low expectations and was fucking blown away.
My expectations were very low. I didn't really know anything before coming here, so I was coming in with an open mind. Yeah.
Yeah, my expectations, I didn't really do a lot of research or anything. I was introduced to TierraMitica by a friend who absolutely loves it and has been back for advanced, and also her boyfriend, and I just see her flourishing, like just absolutely killing it in the world. So I just thought, if I can even have a part of something like that, it would be amazing. And yeah, so I just came with an open mind and ready to learn, and honestly it's like the food, the people you meet, the connections that you have, and just like you just feel so cared for. And for myself, I'm used to always taking care of myself, and it was like such a beautiful like thing to learn that actually people do want to take care of you if you let them. So that I'm thankful for.
So you guys all came here feeling very different, having different stories and coming from different backgrounds, maybe different places. Would any of you like to speak a little bit about like the challenges that were prevalent in your lives before you came, and maybe how you feel differently about those leaving this place?
Yeah, I faced a lot of challenges with, I guess, self-hatred and self-destruction. Issues with, living a hedonistic lifestyle and trying to find pleasure, trying to bury the pain with pleasure, which is definitely not the way to go about it. And I feel now like moving forward that there's less pain every day, and if you replace it with happiness, it's the way to go for me. So, and I have the tools to do it, so it's very freeing.
I think a challenge for me was like sort of being open up and like being able to tell people your story, and then also being able to like understand other people's stories as well and like feel them. And before I wasn't very good at maybe feeling other people's stories,
It's true.
And now I thank you. Now I feel them. Now I understand them.
And your trust muscle.
And my trust muscle is
And you glow.
bigger. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I'm feeling more trusting and more open. So that was a challenge for me.
For me, one of my challenges being in a social environment and being around people in general. And I was very hostile and aggressive initially when I came here. And now, after 2 weeks, it's very apparent that we're all the same.
Yes.
And we're all capable of love, and we're capable of being our greatest.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel really safe, and I'm ready to embark on my journey and just be the love that I want for myself with everybody else.
So, what would you say to somebody who's on the fence, maybe considering a mythic voyage or looking and trying to decide whether this is for them?
They should come. If you want to know and find out who you are, come to this place. They won't let you down.
And finish it. We all finished it.
There were some lows, but we did it.
Yeah, you'll want to quit, but
You'll
don't.
want to fucking quit.
So that's very interesting. You say people will want to quit. Why do you think it is that people would want to quit coming into a workshop like this?
I would say, for me, people would want to quit because it really does really spotlight your patterns and your habits and the things that you just have taken so seriously for so long. And then all of a sudden they're like right in your face and there's nothing you can do about it, and that's really uncomfortable. It's really uncomfortable to the point where you're just like, you're kind of fighting and you're like, I'd rather quit so I don't have to be uncomfortable. But that's not the way to move forward. And so you have to push through a barrier, but on the other side is freedom. So as uncomfortable as it is, most great things in life are uncomfortable for a time period, and then it gets better. So yeah. That's definitely
Yeah, for me, it made me face my, let's call them inner demons, and made me face fears and things that I never even realized. And yeah, so I mean, it was scary for sure, and it made me want to, at points, made me angry and want to run away and all that. But in the end, it's so worth staying. It's a weight's lifted off.
Yeah, it's liberating.
It really puts you out of your comfort zone. You really gotta push for it.
And it's a long run to TierraMitica, so you might as well stay.
And the food's good, so fine. If the food wasn't good, I would have been gone.
So, that's pretty funny. But what would you say is the thing that actually did get you through? Because it's challenging and you want to run, you want to hide, all of that stuff, but something kept you here.
Yourself. Yourself is what gets you through. Belief in yourself. So you're taking away all this charade that you've been holding all your life, but you know deep down that you have something else to offer to yourself and to the world. And if you truly believe it, believe that it does exist and that you will find it, and that's what gets you through.
Absolutely.
And also the friends you make here.
Yeah.
We each push each other
Yeah.
forward and pull
The
each
support.
other along. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. For me, I wanted something better. I knew it was there, and it was worth pushing through to find it.
Yeah, for sure.
It's the big, right?
Yeah. Get rid of the Pandora's box.
Yeah. Full send.
Well, guys, I suppose there's only one more thing to do.